Alright, people, check it out. Check it out. Check it out. I know it's been a while since I dropped a video, but if I'm holding the camera like this, you already know what's up. You should already know what's up. So I ended up sitting in this train without a roof, and across from me there was somebody sitting and his whole body was covered in a blanket. So nobody knew who the fuck that was. But then we found out. Last night I had a dream.
Girl, I'm gonna break you off. When your friends said make sure you let them know.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy
Tell them that you're coming home with me tonight. Girl, I'm gonna break you off. You know you gon' get it all. Baby girl, you're coming home with me tonight.
Fuck does that mean?
Yeah, we had a little off-time for a short while.
Alright, so check it. This is the way the dream started. This camera was following, I say camera, but you know, it's just think of it as a movie. The camera was following this dude. He was running at a train station, but not on the platforms. He was running on the roof and jumping from roof to roof. I don't know where the fuck he was going, but he was doing this right here. So he was jumping and running and jumping and running and jumping and running. And then finally, apparently he got to the platform he needed to be at, because he jumped down from the roof. And as he jumped down from the roof, he looked around and he saw the conductor standing right there. And in my head, I was like, okay, so there must be a reason for this dude to be running. Wait, let me find the right lighting. Let me find the right lighting. Yeah, this is not the right lighting, bro. This ain't it. This really ain't it. But you know what? We ain't gonna do better than this right now. So in my head, I'm thinking this dude must have a reason for running on these motherfucking roofs instead of running on the platforms themselves. But whatever. He's probably just trying to stay out of sight so he can jump on a train when he gets here, so he can just ride for free. That was what I was thinking when I was seeing that. So he jumped down. In my mind, I'm like, okay, so he's probably gonna wait until the train gets here so he can get in unseen. But as soon as he touched the ground, he was looking around, and then he saw the conductor, as I just said, and he walked over to the conductor to tell him that his OV chip card had broken and he still needed to get home. And he explained the situation to the conductor, and the conductor understood. And because he just came over to him and honestly told him what the problem was, the conductor was like, you know what, this next train that comes right now, I'm on this shit and you can come as well. Alright, okay, don't even worry about what these other bitch ass conductors gonna tell you. I told you can ride, so you can ride. You feel me? Alright, okay, bet. Love. So as that happened, the train arrived. And this wasn't no normal train. Nah, this was not a regular motherfucking train. This shit looked more like a motherfucking stretched out roller coaster cart. You know what I mean? Like there's a bottom, but there's no top. So I don't know if these train makers or the people that actually design these trains are listening to a little too much rap music. Talk about top down and shit. Nah, nigga. You cannot pull up in the train with the ceiling missing. That's not how this shit works, okay? We're trying to be safe up in this bitch. That shit travels quickly, okay? We don't want people flying out of this bitch, you feel me? Okay? So whoever was thinking about doing this, or whoever thought that this shit was a great idea, it isn't, okay? Cancel that shit. Scrap that bitch, ball it up, throw it away, try again, nigga. Anyway, so the train arrived. Dude jumped in the train, and as he sat down, he looked to his side, and who was it he saw? It was me. I was sitting right there, because in this whole dream so far, I wasn't present. I was just seeing everything happen as if I was just watching TV or sitting in a movie, you know? So as he sat down, he looked to the side, and then the camera panned over, and you saw that I was sitting right there. And then the camera turned around again, and across from us, there was this dude sitting, and he was talking to the dude. He was like, blah, 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 blah. And the other dude was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then he was like, blah, blah, blah. And the other dude was like, blah, 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 blah. And next to the dude that was like, blah, 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 there was somebody sitting, and this person, his whole body was covered with a blanket. So nobody knew who the fuck that was. And everybody was just looking like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what's that person even doing there? Like, nigga asleep? You trying to bomb us? Like, what's going on? Like, is that even a person? Shit. So everybody started having questions, you know? A lot of question marks arose. But as I was saying, these dudes were talking about some shit, and then out of nowhere, the topic fell on the comedian Chris Rock. Of course, everybody knows him. The topic fell on Chris Rock, and they were like, yeah, Chris Rock, yeah, funny. And then at that moment, as soon as they mentioned his name, the blanket of the dude came off. It was like, Who y'all think it was? Who y'all think it was? Yep, that's right. Motherfucking Chris Rock. Motherfucking Chris Rock was sitting right across from us in a motherfucking train with no roof in my dream. Where the fuck are we going with this? I don't know, okay? I don't know. Anyway, so I was like, huh? Chris Rock? And he was like, yo, what's up, Tico? I'm like, what? Tico? How the fuck? Do you know me? He was like, yeah, man. I mean, what was the name of the dude? He was like, yeah, Jessie Barette. Give me a second. He was like, yeah, of course. Jessie Barette tells me about you all the time. And I'm like, Jessie Barette? Who the fuck is Jessie Barette? He's like, yeah, I mean, you know him. He knows you. He's been telling me stories about you. So that's where I know you from. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know no Jessie Barette. Like, what's going on in this dream right here? Who the fuck is Jessie Barette? Like, I never even heard of that name. I don't even know nobody that has that name. Like, completely honest, I have never, ever in my life dreamt a dream in which somebody specifically and super clearly pronounced a name and like deliberately aimed that at me. I've never ever experienced that in a dream. So as soon as I woke up, I went to look that shit up, of course. I mean, I'm like, who the fuck is Jessie Barette? I mean, I need to know that shit. But anyway, forget about that part. Back to the dream. So I'm like, huh? Chris Rock? What? Jessie Barette? Like, what's going on? And the funny thing about this situation was, it was Chris Rock, but this nigga had dreads, man. This nigga had dreads. So as he pulled off that blanket, we saw these dreads flying in the air, and he was like, huh? Nigga, what? Huh? Chris Rock? Since when does the nigga have dreads? But that shit was wild. And so he was talking about Jessie Barette, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I'm bewildered. I don't even know what the fuck is going on. What are we talking about? Jessie Barette, Chris Rock is sitting right here. Man, my mind was blown. And then I woke up. So yeah, there wasn't really much going on in that dream, but I mean, besides meeting Chris Rock with dreads and him telling me about somebody named Jessie Barette, knowing me and telling him about me, it's all too much for me right now. But anyway, yeah, that's the end of the fucking story, man. Like, that's the end of the dream. That's where I woke up. The dream wasn't even that long. Like, it was a pretty short dream. But when I woke up, like I said, I went to Google the name, but I couldn't really find anyone like specifically that would stand out, you know? I mean, I saw Jessie Barette. I don't even remember because it was a while back. Like, I'm late in making this video, but anybody out there knows somebody named Jessie Barette who knows Chris Rock for any reason, or just anybody that has a name that looks like that or sounds like that, let me know. Hit me up. You might have a sign for me. We never know. Anyway, that was the end of the dream, and I dreamt a lot of dreams in the last couple of weeks, so I wrote them all down in my dream journal, and I'm gonna try to make some more videos for y'all. Keep y'all posted on what's going on up in between my ears. You feel me? Okay. Enjoy that. I am out. Yeah. Yeah. Do we have it? Angle right? Yes, we do.
Yeah. Alright, man. Hey, listen. Check me out, man. We got this shit work. Check me out. Yeah. If the light is green, what are we waiting for? Get sick and tired of waiting, so I'm creating more. You got your mind stuck on fading, but who you fading on? Cause when a nigga disappear, know that I'm gonna reappear. Best believe I want it now, there ain't no later on. I'm too the first for you to ever put a label on.
Yo, have you ever imagined, what if you could have one wish? What would you do? If I had a wish, I'd write it down to know exactly what it is. I spend my life, make sure I get it while I live. I take my shot at night.